Thanks, Dan. Just days until the draft and weeks before the start of the season, the Women's National Basketball Association announced it's relaunching its brand. Officials say it's an attempt by the WNBA to lead the way for women's professional leagues by standing for diversity, inclusion, and equality. Of course, that means a new logo. There are changes to the female player and a new color palette, which includes black, white, and a type of orange called fire. No doubt future WNBA players will include some who played in Sunday night's NCAA championship game. Baylor edged out Notre Dame in a tournament that saw its highest attendance in 15 years. More than 275,000 people attended women's March Madness games all over the country. The tournament may be over, but some are still talking about Notre Dame head coach Muffet McGraw, who during a press conference last week took the opportunity to express her views about women in the U.S.
I'm getting tired of the novelty of the first female governor of this state, the first female African-American mayor of this city. When is it going to become the norm instead of the exception? How are these young women looking up and seeing someone that looks like them, preparing them for the future? We don't have enough female role models. We don't have enough visible women leaders. We don't have enough women in power.
All right, let's bring back tonight's A-plus panel. Allison Young, Republican strategist, and Garland Nixon, radio talk show host. Allison, I will start with you. Let's start with the coach using her prominence, her fame, her notoriety to push a political agenda. Appropriate, not appropriate?
I think in this case it's totally appropriate. She wasn't talking about a partisan political issue. She's talking about an issue that we're all talking about that's in mainstream media. Typically when it's Hollywood, I say no, we don't really care what they think. But in this case, it's a woman who's a coach. She's in a position of authority over young people. It's in a sport that's about character building and teamwork. I think her position on this is totally appropriate and people are listening.
Garland, is she a sexist? She said she's not going to hire any more male coaches. I mean, this is literally identity politics come full circle, going the other way.
Yeah, I think it's fair for this reason, because already if you look in male sports, there are practically no women coaches, but in the women's coaches, there are like 40–50% of the coaches, close to half of the coaches are men. So I think it's fair since it's already leaning so heavy in the other direction.
I can't help but think those comments are sexist and demeaning to people's raw ability. Isn't it about how you coach, how you recruit, your results? I mean, the other side of it is she lost the big game. Maybe focus a little more on the coaching?
How about she's at the big game, Bill? I mean, no, there are only two coaches in all of women's college basketball that can say that. So why don't we celebrate that achievement instead of this like white male privilege just trying to take her down?
Okay, thanks guys.